So what we did was created a file, right? Test data pool file. This is a trial version. Okay, so test data pool file here in this path, and we made stored the path in a string variable called path, then created a file class instance called Excel, since we are dealing with Excel, and pass this path as a parameter, and then we created instance of file input stream and pass the file instance to it. That's the hierarchy, and created a instance of HSSF workbook and passed the file input stream as an argument. So then finally we created instance of HSSF worksheet. So workbook, then worksheet normally is a worksheet, which is a variable. Worksheet type of variable is created, and then using the workbook instance we access the get sheet method. So basically it gets whole sheet, home sheet, or whatever sheet name you will give, and stores all the contents in this variable, worksheet type of variable. So then we can deal inside once we get the worksheet. So in the worksheet there are rows, columns and cells, whatever are there, so we can read them. Okay, so now that we have got the sheet, whole sheet called home page, let's say, right? So then what we are doing is we want to read the data in the cells, correct? We want to read the data. For that we don't know how many rows and columns are there, so there may be any number of rows. So first of all we have to find the total number of rows and total number of columns. So they using this worksheet, in the worksheet, using this worksheet there are many methods, one of which is get last row num. So that will fetch me the last row. So since the row number starts from 0, I have to add +1 logically. So but there is no method called get last column. So column wise I have to go to the, in a given row I am asking the HSSF row, HSSF sheet class to fetch me the last cell. So the built-in method is get last cell number, which will in which case it will fetch me this one, 1 2 3 4 5. So basically the get last cell num, that would be the my column number. So this works with any given row. So if you want with row number 0, it will still be the same result, it will be the still. So the basic point is, in a given row, if you know the last column number, that would be the last cell number, that would be your total number of columns in the particular worksheet. So till here any questions?
What is the full form of HSSF?
That's a good question. HSSF, even I don't know. So let's Google it. Yeah, because we just use it, so you don't worry about it. POI, there is a full form also. I don't know. Let there are many, like even so pressed. So only when you teach a lot, you know the. Otherwise, if you just use it, you don't need to. Okay, so Apache POI, full form of POI. Okay, there you go. This Wikipedia gives. Jakarta, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? POI supports open Office Open Excel.
It's HSSF का full form is horrible spreadsheet format.
इधर है ना HSSF का full form कोई इधर horrible
Horrible
spreadsheet
spreadsheet form.
format. Okay, that sounds interesting. Reads and writes Microsoft Excel format files, which is XLS. It can read files written by Excel 97 on Word. This file format known as the BIF8 format, as the Excel file format, complex and contains a number of tricky characteristics. Some of the more advanced features cannot be read. So horrible spreadsheet format, HSSF.
And POI is poor obfuscation
Obfuscation
implementation.
implementation. Yeah, obfuscation means hiding the data, right? Just obfuscating, like your password is obfuscated, star 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 instead of your password is there.
Encrypted.
Encrypted is another word. So encrypted is, it's like changed to another form before transmitting to another system. So obfuscating is hiding it data, so it's not showing the real thing. Encryption is, it's a 128-bit encryption to 64-bit encryption. That's a different thing. It's basically you're converting according to some algorithmic logic. So that's a different thing. So obfuscation is simple storing. You can just check it in the dictionary. Poor
Uh-huh.
obfuscation implementation. Okay, that's also interesting. This component reads and writes Microsoft's OLE, uh, compound document format. Since all Microsoft Office files are OLE2 files, this component is a basic building block of all other POI elements. POIFs can therefore be used to read and wider variety of files beyond those whose explicit decoders are already written in POI. Okay, it makes sense. It doesn't, something, it makes some sense to me. XSSF used for the XML spreadsheet format. Reads and writes Open Office Open XML files. Similar features to the HSSF, but XML files related to. So there are many like you can say packages. Okay, we don't worry about those any. So it's good to note the full form. So just remember that you need to import these packages from the Apache POI HSSF user model, HSSF sheet, and HSSF workbook. So which are basic building blocks of our coding. So unless until you don't import these, you cannot use the classes defined in which the methods defined in these classes. So some of which we have already used, which are get sheet belonging to HSSF workbook, get sheet, and get last row num, get last cell num, which the methods are belonging to the HSS worksheet. So if it is you want to play with the sheet, then you have to use the methods related to the sheet. You want to play with the workbook, you have to use the methods related to the workbook. So logically, if you just think logically and go like this, but every time you don't have to. So since once you create it, you once you understood, that's it. You have to know where is what is where, so that you can customize later. So all you have to do is you have to change this path of the Excel sheet and blah blah blah, so later. So it's better to understand for the first time completely. So now we have already captured the number of rows and number of columns. So for just to play with this, I'll just enter one more row. So let's take the same row and same details. So only thing is I'll change the dates. Okay, so let's just debug if it is giving the correct number of rows and columns or not. So what I would do is I'll simply sys out. accelerate because I have provided all the coding inside the main method, right? So I'm going to run this. The supply data appears to be in the Office 2000 plus XML. You are calling the part of POI that deals with the OLE to Office documents. You need to call a different part of POI to process this data. So I think that's related to XLSX maybe. So let's change. Maybe I think we have to use the XSF, the one we have seen, right? So it says XSF spreadsheet format. So maybe for XLSX we have to use, yeah, that's true. So we have used HSSF. So instead of HSSF, we have to use XSSF for dealing with XLSX documents. So if you are dealing with XLS document, you have to use HSSF. So we have done. We will see both. So for the time being, what we'll see, we will convert this to XLS format. So then we will see, instead of just, all you have to do is, instead of HSSF, you have to use, download, import XSSF sheet, XSSF workbook, and everywhere XSSF instead of HSSF. So let's see the XLS right now, because XLS is the beginning. So directly, instead of jumping to XLSX, I'm just going to save this, or okay, save this. So 97 plus 1997 and onward, so you can go for this one, XLS. That's 97 to 2003 workbook format, right? Okay, so let's run this again. Okay, errors exist. HSSF workbook. HSSF workbook. It's already there, but maybe we need to rebuild this. Clean all projects. Okay, so I don't need to clean all projects. I just clean this. Which one? This one, right? POI. Yeah. Still there is error. What's the mistake? Okay, change to SSF workbook. What you? That's what we used, right? That's what we imported. Okay, maybe there is some typo. Okay, never mind. So let's run this again. Okay, so total number of rows is 3 and number of columns 5. So let's check it. Total number of rows is 3. That's right. So including this one. And number of columns is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Okay, so basically the since we are also considering the top row number one, row number one, we it's a good idea to exclude not to use the header. So header is if you are going by the index, we don't need to use the header, do we? But if you want to use the header, you have to skip this number one, so you have to start from one basically. So exclude 0, so that we will deal in the for loop. So now that we have we already captured the total number of rows and columns, now it's time to create the for loops. Now read the cell content for integer I is equal to 0, I less than till how many rows I have to perform this operation, till total number of rows, which is row number. Okay, so before this I will create a variable, because each cell is a basically string variable, but the cell is inside a two-dimensional array, so I have to deal with, since it can be any cell, and the cells I am dealing with in a two-dimensional for loop, two for loops, nested for loops. So this has to be two-dimensional array string variable. Let's call it data. So I'll create a new instance, since string is a class, so I'll have to create a new instance of string, which whose length is fixed. I already know the length, so first index length is row num, and the second one is, that means number of rows, already know, horizontal, and vertical is column. Okay, so inside for loop, now
Sangam, you said that string is a class, but string is a data type, right?
no, in Java string is a class, is it's a data type, that's true, but it's a class in itself, so that's why we're
Okay.
creating a new instance. Yeah, it's a class, it's a data type and class. That it's a basically, there is a like full chapter for string. If you refer to Java full complete reference book, do you have the complete reference?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
no.
send you, I have it. So there is a full chapter
Okay.
dedicated for the string class, so there are many methods, and we don't want to deal. So it's a data type, I agree, like char is a data type,
Mm-hmm.
integer is a data type, double, length, so it's a data
Mm-hmm.
type. But it's a string, it's a class in itself. That means that there are built-in methods available. That means without creating your own user defined methods for string, you can make use of them. So that means that using this data instance, you can just put dot and access whatever. So if you already know, you can just type it, or just go through it. So let's see. So that we will deal inside. So because data is a two-dimensional array, right? So that means that you have to use IJC. It's a string two-dimensional array variable. So first of all, what we have to do, I am going in a logical order, so that when you if you have to write this code from the scratch, you just go by your logical thinking order instead of.
So inside that I loop, we have to put J loop also, right?
Yes, yeah, I am going to put one more for loop. So but
Yeah.
the I index is for what? I index is for the row.
Yeah.
The row, I am dealing with row. I is the number of rows. So what I'm going to do is, without even going to the second loop, first let me fetch the row. So row is just a one dimensional array. Only when you considering the cell belongs to the two dimensional array. Row is just one row, it's linear, one row, right? So the row is 1 2 3, whereas cell is, you have to, if you have to say what is the position of cell, you have to say number of row comma number of column. So that means it belongs to the column. So okay, so first of all I have to get the row. So for that I have to create HSSF row. There is a class called HSSF row. I'm going to create an instance of HSSF row. So using the worksheet instance, I'll get the row, the complete row. So what row I want to get? So since I am already using the index I for the row, it could be 0 1 2. So I want to deal with all the rows basically. So generalizing with the I. So that's what is the index for row. I is a row index. So here we haven't imported the HSS row yet, so just import this. So another line will be added. So basically so far we have imported HSSF sheet, HSSF workbook and HSSF row. So if there is a need to download HSSF column, then we will do. So for the timing I need the HSSF row. That means I have read the whole row, and the whole row, if it is the first row, 0th row, whole row will be stored in this particular instance. You can say variable or instance, both are synonymous in this case. Okay, so since I have row, now I want to deal with the columns. So for columns, let me go for the another for loop, because I need a J index J or counter J. So let me write that for column 2. So this is going to be less than, since we are starting with 0, it should not be less than or equal to, it should be strictly less than column. Okay, so now what I have to do? Okay, so the column I don't need it. Basically I am creating this for inside. Now there are 2 for loops, that means I am inside the I and J. So now that I have a row, in a given row I can read a particular cell starting from the beginning, 0th cell or first cell you can say, and till the end of the cell. So that is the basic intention of the column that will write till column number, and the row is already fixed. So one by one, just like if you already know how to read a 2-dimensional matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, so it's the same thing. So what I have to do now, right now, since I am inside the row, I need HSSF cell, not column, because once I fix the row, now I want to read this cell in a row. That is the normal conventional way to read a two-dimensional matrix. So I think in the Java programs that we have seen in the beginning, right, there must be a program for 2-dimensional array. So just check it out, otherwise I'll give you. It's a more or less same thing. If you already done it in the before, that's it. Only difference is we are using the packages here directly. So the packages come with a POI, Apache POI. Those are HSSF Pro and HSSF cell. So let me create variable for HSSF cell. So this cell is belonging to the row. So right now I have already created a row instance. So using this row instance, in the row there are cells. See, logically everything is going in the logical thinking order. Row dot, now what I have to get cell. So now, so I am going by the index. You can go by the cell content, whatever. Since I am going by the index, so this should be J, right? So here get cell J. Now you have to import this to cell. So these are the right now what we need is these 4 only. So we are not going to grow this to a bigger number. So first we download HSSF sheet, then HSSF workbook, then HSSF cell, then row. So row and cell. So these are the only four one. You just remember these four and we are good with it. Hello.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Okay. Yeah, you move the
And
mouse. I think you.
yeah, this one is moving. Arab, don't move the mouse.
Okay, okay, that's fine because it's going here and there. All right. So now, what can you like give me a refresh? What we have done so far, so that I know what you know so far, what you understood.
So first we need to define the Excel path, and
Oh,
after
that's
that
fine.
we need
Okay,
no,
you are
not
talking
from
from the
there.
beginning. Okay.
So from where you want?
Here, I think you already understood this one, right? This part you said.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
let's go with from here what I did. So I just want to make sure you understood.
Okay, so you have created array of string string class, and then you have used two for loops for call this I is for calling rows and j is for calling the columns, and since the column comes into the rows, so for calling the columns we need to use row dot get cell.
Yeah, that's okay. So if you have to explain the interview, you have to use the formal language. Okay, so
So how is the formal language?
okay, so this is how you go. So you basically you don't have to explain, but normally they won't ask all these intricacies of the programming.
Okay.
So okay, so what you do is on the surface level, you create a
Mm-hmm.
two-dimensional string data type variable, which is data, which takes
Mm-hmm.
row number and column number as the indexes, and you create a
Mm-hmm.
two for loops nested, one for the reading the row and one for reading the cell in a given row. So my index for the row is I, and I am driving it till the row number, which I already got in the beginning. Then I am creating an instance of HSSF row using using the worksheet instance, because in the worksheet there are rows. That's a logical order. In the workbook there are worksheets. In the worksheet there are rows. In a row there are cells. That's the hierarchy. So I'll just write a comment about it so that you won't forget. So using this worksheet instance, I'm using the get row method already. So I'm just passing I. So that means I want to get the first row. I'll have to pass 0. I'll have to get row whatever. So I'm starting from 0. So since here 0th row is the header. So if you want to bypass that header, I have to start from 1. Simple. If you don't want, if you do not give the header, that means you can start from 0. So then in a given row, I am fixing a row first. Remember, I am fixing a row, and in a given row I am reading each cell. So that means that row is fixed. First of all, I is equal to 1. That means it will come here and wait till here, and it start from J0. That means it will read the first cell here. I1 J0, and it will capture abort NJ, and it will store in the cell. So similarly, it will drive till column number. So since we already got the number of columns, which is 7, so it will drive till there, uh, starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever the number is. So all the row dot get cell. So cell J. So cell 0 will be having this value. So the cell 0 whole row whole cell content will be stored in the HSSF cell. HSSF cell is a cell type data type, you know. So you don't have to create index and everything. So whatever is there, it will store in this one, and it keeps on storing until it reaches the end of the row. So till here. So all the contents of the cell for each cell will be stored in this one. So now, okay, now we have stored the whole content of cell into this cell, right? Now this cell, HSS of cell, is of type cell. It's not, if since you want to deal with the strings, you have to convert it to string. So basically the data type is different. Remember here, it's not a string, it's a data type itself is SSS of cell. So basically we have to convert the cell to string. So that we will use, that we have to convert basically. So for the time being, what I'll do is I am going to create another string variable called value, and let me create user defined function called cell to string, and for which I am passing the cell. So basically it takes the cell type of HSS of row type of variable, sorry, HSS of cell type of variable, and converts it to a string. So remember, this is not a built-in function, we have to create. So for the timing I am just placing it as a placeholder somewhere here. So use or call a function, let's call it cell to string, to convert HSSF cell data type to string data type. So unfortunately this doesn't provide the method called cell to string, so we have to create. Okay, so before going further, I'll just give a write up for this, what we have done so far, to be complete. Okay, here.
Sangam, is there any financial site on which I can try automating?
Which one?
Some banking related site or something?
No, sorry, I didn't get you. What did you ask?
Is there any banking related site on which I can try to do automation?
Banking related site, you can take anything, Bank of America,
No,
Apache.
but there most of the sites, no, they have means they ask for login initially, then only they will
You
ask to go
yeah, you can
further.
use your own login info. If you have Bank of America account, you can use your own login info, right?
No, I don't have Bank
Uh,
of America.
it doesn't matter. Okay, so banking site normally, huh?
Yeah, because this will be required because see, if I'm saying that I have worked on Selenium,
Hmm.
then something I need to say what I automated, right? They'll ask me what was the functionality, what you automated.
Hmm.
So, so that's why
Yeah, let me find out. So right now, what we are doing is we are trying to access
automate
these
flight and all.
sites like
Yeah.
TOAUT is a normal simple website, and I have already done healthcare related. So I'll give you one more healthcare related. You can find out.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You can basically there are sites for which provides the free registration, right? You can register yourself and you can log in. But banking related, if you're putting, let me see, sample banking.
Because my last two projects, last three, I think last two were banking related, and the third one was healthcare related. So
Okay, so
so I have to say something related to banking only for Selenium.
yeah, it's more or less similar, Prachi. More or less the all the web applications
Look,
are similar.
okay.
But if you want to explain that, okay, if you have done automation on the banking related application, then it's a good
Mhm.
idea. You can actually take a sample banking related application. That's what I'm searching. Levent.
Because all banking sites have that security thing, now, so you are not even able to log in inside.
That's okay. All you have to do is provide username and password, and you will log in. That's a common thing. It's secured means
But
it won't block you. Even if you enter correct password, shouldn't block you. That's not the case. Security. So Danish bank site is enhanced very large site. Gateway will also check, right? Once you log in, they won't provide the user ID password right away. That is the problem.
For logging in, we need to have an account with them, right?
Right, right. So you must, that's what I'm saying. You must be having some account, right, in some bank. So you can use the same. Doesn't matter. All you are doing is instead
Okay.
of entering manually, you are using the tool,
Mhm.
Selenium tool to enter for you, right? So that's a good
Mhm.
way. Otherwise, we don't find like demo AUT. There is no demo banking site, right?
No, wait, no. There's nothing like that.
Yeah, better to use your own. If you must be having some account, right? Some site,
Mm.
not may not be Bank
Mhm.
of America. Some other, you can use it. Doesn't I will suggest do not perform the load test. That's not good because it's going to generate a lot of load on their site and they are going to track. So that's not. But once or twice you are going to run the data driven test. For example, data driven
Mhm.
test, you can use the same ID password. Just use your login ID and log off and use the same user ID. Do the different transactions inside. So login details are similar basically because you don't have multiple logins. Obviously, that's understandable. So what you do is pick up your own bank and do this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea because otherwise you don't find. See, I just try to Google and you cannot find the demo site for banking. They won't give you.
Mhm.
So the demo
Mhm.
AUT is good example because it normally it's related to HP Mercury, HP QTP. So because of they
Mhm.
want to use it for QTP, so they said you can also use, anybody can use it. It's open source. Otherwise, the ones we are using are good enough because if you think the whatever we are using, right, the Expedia, those are more or less you will encounter the similar kind of objects. The more objects, like for example, you take Expedia or FindLa. This is another one. This is if you want slightly different one. Banking normally that's the problem. So that's more secure and you cannot just register and log in. They will again verify your SSN, blah blah blah. So another good
Mhm.
site is this one. My one of my friends worked on this site, so I tried some
Mhm.
stuff on this one. So simply go here, online marketing, and where are those? Find answers, legal form, find a liar. Okay, so this provides you search for liar and blah blah blah. So search for find liar. You search something, let's say divorce. Okay, so like this, you search for it and see what's, click on the first link, and the here there are many types of all you need is all types of objects to deal with, drop downs, search boxes, and links, images. For example, you can also check image and check boxes. Location, so that partial thing, so as soon as you partially type, it should pop down. So that's not enabled here, so that's okay. So you can basically, this one is a good one, and mortgage calculator is a basic one. Orbits is another one, so try this one. This is providing some challenge, right, in terms of the radio button. So try that one. We will try, but right now our motive is to check the example for our Apache POI. So we took some Expedia.com, doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So banking doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want to say. Ultimately, you just provide. They won't ask you, okay, what exactly the object you have found in the banking site, which you couldn't find in the other site. That's the stupid question, right? So basically, you have dealt with all kinds of objects that you have found in the banking. So if you want, I can give you a write up.
Yeah, yeah, better,
Yeah. So
better,
I'll provide
because
you
I
the
need to cook up a story and
right, right.
because, yeah,
So that's not a big deal. I'll do it later. That's just for the interview purpose. Otherwise,
yeah,
there
yeah,
will
only for interview.
only for interview. Don't worry about it. I'll give you a write up for that. Okay, let's continue with this one. Okay, so what what we, the hierarchy I'll just provide you and then we'll move on. HSSF workbook comes first, then HSSF sheet, right, then HSSF row, then HSSF cell. So this is the hierarchy. So before this there is a file and blah blah blah. Those are prerequisites, file and file input string. So if you want to mention that one also, file input string. Basically you create instance of one class and pass the instance of this class to the succeeding next class. String, right. Okay, so all we have to do is we have to create this function, user defined function. All we have got is a cell, but the cell is of type HSSF cell, not a string. We cannot deal with other types unless it is a string. So we have to write our own function that converts cell to string. That we will do it later. So right now, so let's assume that this is ready, and we have got the string. So ready made the string value of a given cell. For example, this flight from or flight to. Now what we have to do? So let's just sys out and see. Not right away. Cell value equal to value. So before that, what we have to do, since it's a two-dimensional array, okay, so in the same class I will create a cell to string function. So the class is accelerate and this whole thing is a main function. So that I can do, basically I can create my own functions in this one and still use the main function in the same and call the these functions. So this is not the realistic way, but I have to create another package, another class in the another package. That's okay, that's normally modularized way, but for the time being we will use the same class here. So the main function ends here, so I can create another class. So this class, another function, I mean function to convert a cell of type HSSF cell, a data of type cell to string. String is a return type and my function is cell to string, which takes HSSF cell type. So let me use the same variable for HSSF cell, which is cell. Okay, so for this it's a simple thing, but you have to understand a little bit. So let me create column num. So this is basically different again because it belongs to the different function, right? So it's not a duplicate one. So since we have already created ws, create ws dot switch case is just like if multiple if conditions. If something happens, you do something. So instead, if you provide if you have different if conditions, instead of using the multiple ifs, you can use switch case. So like this. Switch, let's say yes, then in this I use case 0. That means if s is equal to 0, then not equals, it's colon. Then what I want to do, I can do whatever. So for example, I can sys out case 0. So this is just an example. You already aware of this Prachi, case switch case?
Yeah, I've seen this in C++ and
Right,
C.
right. It is a similar to that one. So I'm going to replace these values. So for the time being, I'm just writing a template kind of thing like this. So then finally, after cases are over, you break. Similar to the C switch case, C++ switch case, and Java. So then if these two, for example, this works like this: if something is s is equal to 0, perform this operation. If s is equal to 1, perform this operation. Else part is normally dealt with as default in the switch case. So default, that means if neither of these conditions match, do this else condition. So let's use switch this out for the time being. This condition. Okay, so since we are returning a string variable, we have to return something. So just provide return null for the time being. So this is just a template. So we'll fill the template. Okay, now instead of this, okay, so instead of this, I'll create a, I have to return something. So let's call this result, and result must be of string type. Let's call this. So for the timing, this is correct. Now what is this? Okay, so let's call, let's say type and integer type. Since it has to be numeric, it has to be integer. Okay, so then what we want to do, the logic is, if type is equal to 0, then I want to assign to the result cell dot, so in the cell whatever is there, let me say get cell value. Okay, so let's take get numeric cell value. And okay, so once the condition is matched, if type is 0, then just break. So you can immediately break because you don't want to continue to execute these statements. So that breaks, that means it breaks out of the loop. And then same thing for case 1. If it is a string value, so I want to go for the 1. throws exception, I want to display appropriate message to the console. So let's say there are no support for the cell type. So finally I am returning a result. So let's check for the errors. Change type of result to double. Okay, so the result integer, type is of integer. Okay, let's change some. So I'll initialize type to content of the cell. Get cell content. Get cell type. Sorry. Result is equal to, okay, this is not matching. Change type of result to double. Okay, because this has to be string. Okay, so we are returning the result because the return type should be string. Okay, let's use result dot to string. That will convert it to string. Result. Okay, so okay, so the switch ends here. So finally you return. So once switch starts, case 1 blah blah blah, case 2 gets string. So basically I'm dealing with the cell which contains either numeric value or a string value. So numeric value in the sense these are numeric values and these are string values. So if it is a numeric value, then case is 0, case 1, and if it is neither, that means it doesn't support anything, which is most unlikely. So then once it is over, I am just returning the result, and before returning it as is, I am just converting result to string. So then I am returning. Okay, so don't worry if it doesn't make complete sense right now. So we will see the usage of it inside. So where we are using currently, so here, so since the definition is already provided, so the error is gone. Cell value plus value. Okay, now right now, so let's see, the idea is to read all the cell contents starting from here, 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5, and just like writing it to the console. So let's see if it works, then we can use it in our code. I'm running this. Okay, so perfect. So basically it's able to read the cell content. That means we can use this for data driving our original code, which is this one. Not this one, this one, registration, right? Yeah. Okay, so right now we have provided the hard coded values. So all we have to do is, since we are able to read the cell contents of Excel spreadsheet, we will parameterize these hard coded values with the values that are coming from Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so
Mm. But the date values are coming little awkwardly, right? We need to define that switch case third for date type also.
oh really, the date values here, right? Okay, these are the values.
I think, yeah.
Okay, I haven't checked it. Okay, 3.0. Okay, even this value is coming of the floating point number.
We-
The string value is coming as it is, which is good. Okay, let's check the cell to cell to string function is messing up. So till here this is okay, this is fairly simple. All we are going to do is we are taking each cell value and storing in a HSS cell type of variable. Now since we cannot use this, we cannot manipulate HSS cell, we have to convert it to string. So hence we are calling the cell to string, and we are passing this cell and storing the value in this value. So the basic value is stored in the array type of variable. So data 1 1, data 1 2. So those are the cell contents we can easily deal with. That means easily we can parameterize these values with like whichever. For example, if you want to assign this value, which is data 1 0, right? So here simply what you have to do is, instead of this we will just replace this by data 1 0, right? That's the basic intention. Now since it's able to read some values properly, not able to read some values properly, so it's messing up this value. Okay, why don't we use this,
So
why
we
don't
need
we
to
treat
do
everything
this
as a
for
string?
date also.
Yeah, why don't we treat everything as a string, so that way everything remains a string. Ultimately everything is string, right? So we will change
Mm.
our coding little bit. So switch case 0, switch case 1. Case 1 is a get string cell value, not get numeric cell value. Get string cell value is working fine. So how to deal with this? Type is integer. This is still I am not able to understand. This is still a string because it's a combination of there is a backslash. Why it is messing up like this? Cell value. Okay, so what we can do is we can convert this. Okay, let's see the format of this. This should be a string, undoubtedly. General format is string. Okay, it's a general type of means it should be a string, right? Text, text or string. Text format cells are treated as text when even. Okay, let's use text for this. Let's use text. So this is the value which is text. It's taking the text value 420818, whatever. See, and it is treating it as floating point. Okay, so now text value, obviously that's the one, because zero ones, it's doing some mathematical calculation or something. Now the question is, how do you treat this as a string here itself? That way you don't have to worry about the value. So string is as it is, it wouldn't convert, like it didn't convert this flying from and flying to values, right? Now I want to treat these similarly, the way I treated these. How do I do
Here for date type we had defined it as custom, so we can replace it as default.
default?
Just format painter, just format painter, use painter and put from one of these cells, put it
Uh-huh.
uh,
Like this.
for
Okay,
date,
it's
yeah, for
converting.
date
See,
also.
yeah, that's converting. That's
Yeah,
because it has to be this way. That is the problem with
yeah.
Excel. It's complicated. Let's see. Okay, this is working fine. Okay, what we'll do is for the timing, we'll just data drive these and keep the other values hard coded, and we will deal with this later. This is not easy as we thought it would
No,
be.
we can make those dates not as custom type, just as strings, right? Just
Uh,
format paint those columns.
okay. I don't know. If you are Excel expert, then I'll give you control. Take the control and
No,
take
no,
the
no.
lead.
What I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
that you can take format painter
That's what
of
I did,
this
right?
adult cell or flying from cell or flying to cell and
Uh-huh.
copy those format painter.
This see this
Yeah.
what I did. So format painter, and as soon as you put it here, it converts the value again. 42022.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the problem. So that is the value which we are getting here. That's the actual string value of this.
but initially it was not happening like this, right? See, these values are getting changed because that day we use that custom cells.
Custom are good, yeah, because other unless until you use a custom, it won't be like in this format. It will be MMDDYY format or something else. So we wanted this
Yeah.
format because of the fact that we want to enter this value because the Expedia takes this format only. But
Mm.
the what is messing up is the our cell to string function, which is messing up this. It is taking, instead of taking this value as is, it's converting this value and dumping it. So this is okay. So like I said, we will see this numeric values later. This is a string value. String value is working fine.
Okay.
Numeric values are messed up. So right now, just we will data drive these flying to, which are the string values, and see if it is working fine. We'll come back later and we'll modify this function, or if you need to write another function, we'll write. Okay, so what we have to do here?
You need to put that column name right there in scientist instead of Neval.
Here, yeah, that's so basically, since we are dealing with cells here, cells of type string, data of type two-dimensional strings, right? Ultimately it's a two-dimensional string. This is basically written data ij. So when we are dealing with these, we have to deal with again inside the two for loops, because they are ij, data ij. So we have to create a for loop here also in the main function where we are using that accelerate. So here we are calling this, right, accelerate is here. All right. Okay, so this is in here. Okay, so let's create a string data type variable called data. Same name I can give. And to data, I can directly assign cell rate, which is a function. Okay, so the problem is it's in the different package, right? So accelerate is coming from expedia dot as this. So we are calling this registration this test case. Okay, that's the context. Let me see this. Registration. Okay, no. Okay, so instead of this I want to directly call this in the main function. So since there is no main function in the registration, remember, so this is a modularized. So let me create a sample test case in the same package. I don't want to deal with this multiple packages here. So let's call this test case Expedia test case. Okay, so since both the classes are in the same package, it would be easier. Okay, so what I would do is I would copy the whole content. Let me copy the whole content and paste it. Test case Expedia, right? Okay, so remember that. So this package is Expedia dot and the class should be test case under Expedia. Something wrong. Test case underscore Expedia reading compilation unit. Okay, one more error. Okay, so this is no longer required now.
Sangam, you are creating this test cases and all in already created test cases, and reading that I'm getting confused.
Okay, so sorry about that. So what I did was there is a I we remember we have automated the
Yesterday there was
Expedia.
some issue.
Which one?
Yeah. No, why is it showing in this code that registration thing?
Oh, no. Remember we copied the JXL package, the JXL package project yesterday, and pasted it as
Mhm.
POI package. Remember, we just cloned it so that we didn't, so that not to get error. Yesterday we were getting error about the driver. Remember. So what we did was
So if we
yesterday.
remove that registration part, then
That's what I'm
so that
saying.
will not get confused.
Yeah. So in the registry, yeah, we can do that one also. What I did was in the
You
yesterday.
can delete those unnecessary code.
Right. No, that necessary code is still okay. It's commented. This is the Expedia
Yeah,
code,
but
right?
still it's very confusing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah.
can delete that one. No problem. Okay, so we will delete till here. Now this the problem is not that one. The problem is it stays in the different package, and our XLD is in a different package.
Hmm.
So I don't want to deal the classes in the different package. That's the problem. So that's why I'm creating another test case here. Since both are in the same package, I can easily read. You can still read, but right now we are dealing with the Apache POI. I don't want to make it complicated. Okay, so here in the registration, you cannot read the Excel read directly because it stays in different package.
But what is this registration?
No, registration is
There's
related
nothing
to
called
demo.
registration.
No, there is nothing called. It is related to demo AAT registration. We just used it. Yesterday we just
Okay.
used it for the Expedia purpose. Registration is name doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Simple. The inside we placed our automation code inside one of these Java classes, which happens to be registration. That's
Yeah.
all. It doesn't name is
Hmm.
nothing to do with the the application at all. So even to avoid this confusion, as a test case. So I directly put this code in the test case called Expedia and call this Excel read inside. That would be easier. So that's why that's what I'm trying to do. Let me close all. Okay, so this is the actual code. Okay, I'll delete all this again. It's a little bit confusing, but
Yeah, because some is commented, something is uncommented.
right,
So we
right,
need to find what exactly we are doing.
right, right, right. Okay, so let me delete. Okay, so this stays clean right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we got one error about the Excel read. How to read the Excel read inside this? It says create a method Excel read. Already the method is created here. Why it is saying? Oh, okay, now I got it. It should be in the main function. That is the reason. Okay, so simply publics. Let me make it. Yeah, this whole register thing is not applicable anymore. I just forgot to remove this. So let me make it a main function. Public static void main. Okay, throws exception. So that's a general topmost class, exception class. Let's see. This is no longer needed. I don't need it. And okay, so the problem is if you want to call the Excel read, right, you have to import all these which you have imported in the Excel read, the HSSF packages. So unless and until you import this, you cannot call the Excel read. So let's go ahead and import these. Okay, something is still missing. Okay, how about the file input stream? Okay, let's import these also. That doesn't make sense. Oh, there is a error in here, registration. Okay, this is we're not using this anymore. Let me refresh. Create method Excel read. Okay. Okay, so I think it's better to put everything in there, but you cannot put too many methods. So how about we put this in here? Create method. Okay, if we create method, okay, let's create create method here, and place the definition of this in here, so everything stays in the same class. Okay, so this is the whole definition, right? So let's place, I think there is some problem with calling part. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, the mistake is I cannot call the class, I'm trying to call the class. That's a function, so there needs to be function. How about doing this instead of main? Here, here, instead of main, let me make it public accelerate and throws declaration. Okay, so now we don't need this. Still it's showing accelerate, there is a function. Alright, so no worries, we'll create the method, we'll dump the whole code in here. Accelerate, so whole code, this goes there, the second class. Okay, we are returned. Okay, problem with extra. Accelerate, which should be of data type two-dimensional string array. Alright, so it should return two-dimensional string array. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, this can be private or public, doesn't matter. Accelerate, add return statement. Already there should be a return statement. Okay, there is no return statement here, right? No, hold on, we don't need a return statement, do we? It's just simple calling. We are not assigning it, or we are assigning it to string variable, so basically we need return type. So what we can return is, we have to return this one, string here. String. Data, data is of type, okay, so I am calling this cell to string here, so basically I can return for loop is ending here, right? And should I return here itself? Return data. So this should be my return. So if I want to return string two-dimensional array, okay, it's not accepting. Okay, let's put it outside. Change method to type. No, let's put outside this. No data. Okay, change type of data to string. That's what it is. All right. Okay. Change. Change method return type. Okay. Either that or this. Change type of data to string, which I did. Now should I return it inside? Or no, either way it's showing error, right? There is one error which is about data type, return data type. Okay, so overall, did you understand it? It doesn't work right away, but the overall concept is there is a single test case, whatever we have automated here, that stays in the main function, and there are two functions outside. One is excel read. Basically we are reading the excel and it just ultimately we are having the HSS of cell value. So right now we have to convert this cell of HSS of cell type to string. So for that we have created another function in the same class here, cell to string, and we are calling this function within this function, cell to string, right? So the value whichever it returns, string value, we are storing in two-dimensional array variable, and ultimately I will return this data type here. That's what I did. And in the main test case, if I want to parameterize with these values, I have to call this excel read. Now if I want to do this, I have to get rid of this error. That is the situation right now. Okay, so think. Do you have any ideas here, Prachi?
No, this is a bit difficult for me.
Yeah, a little bit complicated, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's already 5 o'clock. So what I'll do is we will take a little break. I'll figure out something, and we will catch up at 6 o'clock.
Again,
Oh no, no. But tomorrow I said we will take the other one. Remember, so many
7:30,
Jam.
7:30 onwards in the evening.
Today you mean 7:30?
No, 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 tomorrow.
Tomorrow, no. Tomorrow actually, yeah. Tomorrow evening would better because in the morning we are going somewhere. Okay,
Even I
so
am going away, so we'll have in the evening.
okay, okay. So what
Yeah.
I'll do is today there is no need to have class. I'll just figure out
Mm-hmm.
and send you the final code in the
Mm-hmm.
file, and
Yeah.
I'll just export it and send you the zip file also. All you have to do is import it and try it your
Mm-hmm.
own. Only once I figure out everything works, then I will import it and send it to you. Export it and send it to you so that you can import into your this thing, Eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try here. I think something is missing. Everything is okay. So only thing is how to use the excel read in the main test case. That's where the problem is coming. So don't worry, I'll explain everything bit by bit. Already the comments are there in the code. So to in addition to that, I'll explain in the notes as well, and I'll send you the notes and the exported project also. For this is a simple project. I won't send everything else. I'll remove everything else and just send this one.
Just make it in one file itself, everything, like not in two things like Excel read dot Java or test case hyphen Expedia. If we make it in one only, then is it a problem?
Okay, you mean to say the, okay, just like in
Whole
SOAP,
program in one class only.
SOAP UI, you give
One.
a packet project, right, in zip format. That's what you're saying. This is also means zip format only. Remember, I used to send the zip format. So this is the
No,
whole
no,
project.
no. What I'm saying is, um, currently we are using one Expedia class and the other is the test case, right?
Right.
If we make it one only, then one is Excel read and one is test case underscore Expedia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to delete everything. These you don't need anymore, right?
Okay.
Simply you delete these. Okay. So right now you just still, if you correct it, the error will be gone, and you just export it.
Mhm.
So in that you only have two classes. One is Excel read, one is a test case.
So
So
why we cannot make this both classes one? We have to create it differently.
you can do, okay, you mean to say merge both, just keep the single
Yeah.
one, right? Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't have to worry about the modularization, the concept. Right now we are trying to see the
Hmm.
Apache
Yeah.
POI, so we don't,
Data.
yeah,
Yeah.
data driven thing with the POI only. So I'll try to merge both.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need these both. That's the whole intention. So one test case,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. Remember here, I provide that
Mm-hmm.
single test case. It contains cell to string function, main function in which the automated Expedia code remains, and then Excel read. So this is, again, this is not required. Only this single test case serves a purpose. So this, if you just, okay, one more error, setup related error. Oh, because setup, that is coming from setup, right? That I already deleted. Okay, no worries, because there is a lot of dependency on
And
other. Okay, this is not required
why
directly.
we are using
Remember
why are we
X.
using Excel read? We
Uh,
could have done like that JXL only, na? After declaration of worksheet and sheet and rows, we could have get content, get cell content wherever there is send keys.
hmm.
There we would have called get cell content IJ. We could have done like that.
Oh, get cell.
Means is it mandatory to call Excel read?
Yeah, because you cannot call this directly. You cannot call the cell to string directly. It is created for the purpose of Excel read only. Excel read is a main class. You, for Excel reading, ultimately it does 99%. Excel read, ultimately you get the value in terms of string. Instead of string, you are getting the value, cell value, in terms of HSS of cell. All we are trying to do is we are converting using the cells to string in here, inside this Excel read, remember. Then finally the
Yeah.
idea is to return the cell content, pure and simple. The cell content needs to be returned in terms of string. That's what I am returning here. The return type is string. So when you, all you have to do is you call this and just replace this with the, in the for loop you have to create, there is some more work to be done in this one, so I'll do that. And all you have to do is you have to replace these values with data ijk. So that's what I'm trying to do. So data is of type string.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Ki, here, from the time you have started driver dot find element by dot CSS selector,
Hmm.
so we have to replace dot send keys with some cell value.
Exactly, okay,
So
I'll show you.
we were in JXL, we were doing get content.
Right,
Um,
right. So I'll show you how to do
so
that.
here,
So
so
simply this.
why can't we use something like we don't have here in this HSSF? We don't have something like get content or something. We can simply use for loop here again and
Oh, no, for loops are required anyway. So I'll tell you ultimately
mm,
what would you replace this with. You'll, oh, this is going somewhere. Okay, so simply you replace this with data. That is the whole point.
data IJ.
Yes, exactly. Data ij is not exactly ij. You keep I protect and j, because you you are dealing with in the for loop is outer, and you are dealing with in another for loop, second for loop, which is j. So you are fixing a column first, 0 or 1. So fixing a column and driving on the row. So same similar to the what we have done in the JXL. I will show you the JXL again.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
this is
yeah, I remember.
ultimately this is the simplistic thing, but inside it is breaking somewhere the code. Okay, let me go to pages. So all we have done is in the test case. So in the test case, oh, did we do in the test case or the page level?
Here only we have done 0 I can't get content. See,
Oh, right, okay,
string
page
trip
level,
type
yeah.
figure sheet
So instead of directly
get
passing, we
cell.
are passing it to string variable, then passing those variables, right, okay.
Mm.
So this is perfectly working fine, JXL. So this is little bit complicated. The only advantage with POI is you get much more. There are whatever limitations are there with the JXL, those are overcome in the POI. So you can use, apart from using JXLSX, there are some more. That means you can do multiple things. But if you want to stay just simplistically, if you want to stick to XLS and just read the contents, JXL is still fine, I'm not denying, but it's good idea. If you ask me which one would I use in my project, I would go for JXL, because I do not deal with these complexities in the Excel reading and everything. It still reads, XLS is still fine, but it is good to learn the POI. It's little bit complicated in terms of using it, but once this example works right, you can make it work with an example. So that's the reason I'm dealing with this chapter. Okay, so there is one error, I don't know, two errors. Okay, so since I didn't put for loop and for loops, two for loops, that error is okay. So all you have to do is, let me put the for loop at least time for the time being. So you start with 1, right? That is because you have the header, right? So for I is equal to 1, I less than, so you have to basically drive till the array length. So the array is, data is array, so the row length is no longer there, that's dealt with in the Excel read. So it's simply data dot length. So that's where you're driving till, and I plus plus. Okay, so we need one more variable. Let's call it integer x.
From where this length came in picture?
Oh no, length is the function for finding a length of the array. Data is array, right? It's an array. So
Yeah.
basically we are
Mm.
driving till length. Length is a built-in function. Okay, so in the for loop, what we are going to do is to x. Okay, let's try to call the data. Okay, let's use a string variable. Okay, so simply you replace, okay, this is as simple as this. So simply you replace whatever the number of column you want to replace this with Excel. So depending upon, you replace these values. So what I was trying to do is, you just like we did in the JXL, you first assign these cell contents to string variable, then just pass. That depends on the again modularization, how many parameters you are using in the function register. That's again related to the modularization thing. So here directly you pass these values whichever coming from the Excel spreadsheet, and so that will be driven. So depending on the number of rows and number of columns, it will drive. So in this case it will drive two times, two iterations. So however, there is one error which is causing the issue, so I will try to figure out. I don't want to keep you waiting, so next class will continue. If once I resolve this, right, everything should work fine. So that will give you
So,
idea. Yeah,
s-
go ahead.
so Sangam, why initially in JXL we kept only varying I and we didn't make it as a double array. Now here we are making it as a two-dimensional array and then we are using only I. So can't we do like we did in JXL?
Okay,
Why
see,
are we making a two-dimensional array?
yeah, that's a good question. Here it is the same concept. It depends on how do you think. It's we are fixing a row, and in the row we are going to the each cell. Remember here, see, I is equal to 1. There is
Yeah.
only 1, and in the row
Hmm.
go like this in a row. Once that row is
So
over,
same
go
we
to the
can do there, na? Same we can do there because because it we have made it a multi-dimensional array that's causing lot of complications. That's what I think.
right.
Can't we do the same here?
We can, no, we use that two-dimensional array only once. Remember, in this only in this case that is required, because of the limitation that there is no built-in method called get column. Remember,
Hmm.
we only
Yeah.
have get row, but we have to use the get cell for the given get row. So that is the reason.
Hmm.
Again, POI has some limitations too. It's not that it is unlimited. So this is simple. I mean, there is no complexity in this. So we have only used once two-dimensional array, and we are trying to use this. Ultimately, we have to use this in the our test case. In which case, this is our test case.
Here, but in J we did require to convert that thing into
Yeah,
string and all that.
because JXL, the simplicity of the JXL is it directly returns the string. In the Apache POI, it returns not directly. It doesn't return. It returns HSS of cell. HSS of cell is the
Oh.
value ultimately we are getting. That is a problem, na? Otherwise, we would have directly used. If it had returned the string value, all we want is string value. All we want is a string value. So here it is returning this HSS cell. So for that we have to create another function for converting HSS cell to string by passing cell. I am just calling this cell to string again within the Excel read. Ultimately we have to deal with Excel read only in the main test case. So that's why I am calling this Excel read in here. So when it comes to calling, it's giving this error. I am not understanding why it's giving. So let me figure out. It's gonna take
Okay.
some time, so I don't want to keep you waiting. Once everything works fine,
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain you. Don't worry. But I will send you
Okay.
with the detailed notes. I will send you so you can practice. So the if you, but my suggestion is, so far we have
Mm.
covered almost 90%, 95% or whatever. So all you have to
Mm-hmm.
do is you have to take different sites examples, whatever you are comfortable. Go with the banking, financial, healthcare, what in the energy sector, public sector, healthcare sector, whatever you want to. Just take a website, and if it is challenging for you, just try to apply this different concept that we have learnt, and see. The only challenges are at the object level. For example, radio button. So radio button is simple, but in the particular website it might cause problems. So stick there and see why it is why it is causing that issue and everything. So in which case this is simple, and if you're going to orbits, it may be difficult, because in some sites they will use all these hi-fi called what is this, dojo buttons. Dojo kind of a dojo is the latest technology, and what is it, I don't I'm not able to recall those. So those are the latest packages from like Java, Java Beans, whatever the developer uses. I don't So ultimately the it looks look and feel is good, look and feel, and it is very attractive. And when it comes to automation testing, automation testers face a lot of challenges because they have to deal with whatever they have used, developer uses. So in which case this yesterday we struggled. I'll try to find, this is not a big, it's not a rocket science, right? So you have to find a way. All you have to do is you have to identify that element. That's a big deal. First challenge is identifying element. Second challenge is data driving. Data driving is still easy if you are going for the JXL. That's fairly simple. You can still go with it. But just for the learning, for example, your client insists on using Apache POI, then you don't have choice, right? So it's better to keep it in, keep it handy. The knowledge comes handy in that case. But if you have choice, nobody will ask you, okay, only use this package. It's very unlikely. But if you have choice, nobody asks, then you can use JXL. Nobody will ask you. Nobody is going to look into your code, right? Ultimately, they will look you, they might come and ask you for a demo. In which case, you are going to run the code and just show you the main application. It is able to run without any manual intervention automatically. Then they will be happy. So then you have to keep doing the same thing with enhancements and maintenance part. So that is the thing. And one more thing is, so far we have logging part is another third one, right? Because ultimately what you are going to share with the management is this thing, right? That means everything, every step is passed, every test case is passed, and everything. How you cannot say it verbally, you have to show it in the document, correct? So for that, we can do it manually, create another function logging, or the another way is to automatic manner. If you want to do it, the test ng. Test ng is the framework that basically provides good logging. So that means you can just like in qtp, you can export the results and show it in a graphical format rather than just textual format like this. So we will also see test ng. That's not really mandatory, but we will see. That's a good, but because of the fact that the client insists on using test ng, because nowadays everybody knows what is test ng, what is maven, what is jenkins, and everything. They will insist. Even in the interview they will ask, right? Did you use test ng? So just for the sake of that, we will also take a look into test ng. So I think that mostly covers everything: identification of the objects, and the data driving, parameterization with JXL and POI, and logging part with the test ng. So I think that should be, we are still good with attending interviews. I mean, still after joining, my project is starting this Monday, right? So once I encounter any few realistic challenge in the real time project, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. So
Yeah, but in interview, like, yeah, what all at this stage, what all questions will they ask, and how should I answer them, and for Selenium, because nowadays everybody asks for Selenium.
right, Celine, yeah, that's a good question. So the interview which
Hmm.
happened for this current project, right? So they asked a
Hmm.
lot of questions. I couldn't
Hmm.
record that. I know what questions they asked and what answer I gave. So
Hmm.
what I'll do is I'll document these questions, the most frequently asked questions, and the answer you have to give for them,
Yeah,
technically. So I'll
yeah,
document
yeah.
them and send
Hmm.
you along with this documentation also. So
Yeah,
the
because now I have to start
Oh, I thought
giving
you already
interviews.
started, right? You have to.
Actually, the problem is I don't have SSN, and they ask for SSN upfront, so
Oh, yeah,
that's the
yeah.
problem.
Oh,
And
you
for me,
didn't
it will
do the
take time.
tax
No,
compliance
no,
number.
no, 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 I don't have.
Okay. So how are you
So
planning to apply for SSN? Because my wife also doesn't
I
have SSN.
applied.
You already
I
applied?
applied for SSN and it's in progress. So first they have to convert my status from H4 to H1 and then I'll get an SSN. So it's already I applied on 5th.